I was supposed to graduate in summer of 2021, but I actually graduated in November of 2021 and then had my ceremony in summer of 2022. So that was great. Hi, my name is Naya and I'm talking about whatever I want to talk about on this channel. I made a community post of like what you guys want me to talk about. One person said school, so that got me thinking maybe I should make a video about school and how it treated me. I was in and out of homeschool throughout my entire school years. I think like 5th grade is when I started going in and out of homeschooling because I always had mental breakdowns in school. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. The reason I kept going in and out of school in 5th grade was because I was missing a lot, like noticeably a lot. I don't know why, I just always had a lot of panic attacks. I was really antisocial. I still am, but like back then it was like so bad where I just couldn't hold a conversation and like I was really socially awkward. I always try to avoid it as much as I possibly can by just not going to school. My mom like always like saw that I wasn't mentally okay to go to school, so she always gave me mental health breaks, which God bless her. I also got bullied. Are we surprised? No. But like, I mean, I make Minecraft videos and I have been since I was in the 5th grade, so it's no surprise that I was bullied. I remember I was in 5th grade and I was kind of a new student. This girl that I became friends with 2 girls and they both hated each other so much, but one of them was like my best friend at the time and the other one, I thought she was like one of my best friends, but like she stabbed me in the back so many times. But anyways, she called me the B word and I got so upset that I told my mommy when I got back home, and then my mom told the school principal, and then the principal brought all 3 of us up because the girl Vanessa that was like my best friend that hated the girl that called me the B word, she's the one that told me, but I guess she lied. I don't even remember. It was something like that, but like it was a whole lot of drama. Somehow they were still friends. Like they were like frenemies. Like they hated each other and they knew they hated each other, but they were still friends. But they were all friends with me, so that I would always be in the middle of all of their problems and they would always come to me for help. Anyways, I got so overwhelmed by all that drama. I just left like half of the school year. I was a new student, right? And half of the school year I just left. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. So I went homeschooling, and then I came back in the 6th grade. Same people. It was literally just elementary school with different buildings. Like it was literally like everything was like exactly the same. Like all the people I hung out with, everything. I hung out with a lot of people. Like I had a lot of friends back in middle school, but all of them were literally so fake that it's crazy. How, I don't know. I don't understand how 12-year-olds can be so fake. Every time I would like try to talk or like anything, like be social with them, like they would always cut me off on purpose. And then you can just tell that they didn't like me. They always made like, this is when I first made my Instagram account. So they always had like Instagram group chats or like made different Instagram accounts where, okay, I don't know if anyone else like had these types of people in middle school, but they would like make accounts of like couples in the school. There was this account that was ran by my friend. I knew it was her, but like she denied it. Everybody knew it was her. And like she made like an account, and like that account spiraled so badly because it just kept making rumors and just messing up people's lives. Like why? What's the point of doing that? But like it was like so many accounts, so many people did that, but that was just one example. And plus my grades were so bad. Like they were so bad to the point where I didn't even know, like, is this gonna go on like my high school record or something? Like I didn't know what was gonna happen. My grades were dropping. My social was declining very, very much so. And my mental health was deteriorating. I left that school. I went to the same school for a week in 7th grade and then left it and went to another school. I went to like 3 different schools in 7th grade. 7th grade was a blur for me. I don't even remember what happened in 7th grade. I just know that at the end of the school year, oh yeah. Oh my God, wait. Okay, 7th grade. I don't know if you guys know one of my story times. Okay, I talked about my first boyfriend. I'll link it in the card, but that happened in the 7th grade. And after that happened, I was so embarrassed that I left that school halfway through the year. And I went to this like charter school type of thing. It was like you went to school for 2 days and then like the rest you were homeschooled. While I was at that school, I met these girls. Oh my God, this is so random, but like this girl that I hung out with, I had 2 different friend groups. One of them was like the LGBTQ furries, and then the other one was like popular white girls. I'm sorry if you got offended by what I just said, but like stereotypically that's exactly what they were. I hung out with the prissy white girls at lunch, and then this one girl, she was like the boss of like the friend group. We would always go in the bathroom and like talk and be like girls, you know. I was just there. Like I wasn't even like, I was just there. I never participated in any conversations. I remember the girl, her name was Sage. I don't know why I remember that, but she always talked about how she beats Maddie Ziegler in dance competitions. I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, so like me and Maddie go way back. Apparently she's a dancer, and apparently she knows Maddie Ziegler, and apparently she has confidence that she can beat her in any dance competition. Okay, I guess. 8th grade comes along, we move again, I go to a different school. This is a completely different city. This was my last time moving, by the way, but like 8th grade was also a blur. This is my emo phase, by the way, a very, very emo phase. I would sit there at lunch by myself, listening to My Chemical Romance. I met this other girl, or they, them. I don't know their pronouns anymore. She was very, very goth. I would always offend her by calling her emo, and then she would always be like, no, I'm not emo, I'm goth. There's a difference. I'm like, okay, if you say so. But yeah, I hung out with her and this other girl, and they were both really nice to me. They were like the only two people, like friends that I met. I remember this one time I was having a really bad mental breakdown. By the way, these friend groups that I always made, I always just sat at the table and never said anything. Like I would just be there. They would just like have me there as pity, I guess. I was never actually friends with these people. But I sat there at their table and I was always so quiet. This one time I was having a really bad day. I had a bad mental breakdown. So like I started crying. I'd never cry in front of people. And this was in front of the entire school. So imagine how embarrassing this was. I started crying, bawling my eyes out, and then I ran to the bathroom. And this was like when lunch was over, so everyone from the field, because everyone hung out at the field because they were like cool people, whatever, but everyone from the field came back to the lunch tables because lunch was over, and there was like a whole crowd of people, and I was just running to the bathroom through the crowd of people, and everyone was like, oh my god, why is she crying? This was so bad. Yeah, so I had to live with that through the rest of the middle school years. I never like went to another school. I just sat in the same school for the entire year. Very, very lonely. It was a very, very lonely time for me. Anyways, high school comes along finally. I went to the school. The school is literally right next to my house. It was cool. Like it was pretty nice. Freshman year was actually like a really good year for me. I got almost straight A's. I could have got straight A's. One of my teachers kind of messed me over, and I'm still holding a grudge from that. I met one of my best friends in freshman year. Her name is Layla. Layla's a W. Layla's in my Discord server. Also, you should join my Discord server. I met a couple other people. I think I had like a total of like 5 friends in high school. But I was so happy. Like all the years that I had like a bunch of friend groups, but never actually interacted with the friend groups. They were just acquaintances mostly, just people that I hung out with. Versus 5 friends that are like solid, that you talk to every day. I was happy. It was actually pretty cool in high school, you know? Then it became 10th grade. 10th grade was, I think, one of the worst years mental health wise. I only went to 10th grade for like two weeks. Like I went to that school, the same school I went to high school. I went to the same school for 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, I still had the same exact friends, like same friends, everything. During 10th grade, I could not like sit in my classroom and focus. This is like the peak of my ADHD as well. I couldn't sit in my classes and focusing. I had a 504 plan, so like I could like have my headphones in or like leave the classroom if I wanted to, but the teacher would always not let me, if that makes any sense, which is pretty illegal. But like, and I always had like bad panic attacks while I was in my classes, specifically my math class. I don't know why, like I couldn't focus in math like to save my life, and my grades were so bad. I mean, my mental health was bad, my grades were bad, I couldn't focus, like everything was just spiraling out of control for me. I always went to the bathroom like and told my mom over the phone, and she would always come and pick me up. This is a really dark time, holy crap. But yeah, after those 2 weeks of being like not being able to take it, like not being able to handle it, I had to leave, and I've been in homeschooling ever since, like the rest of high school. I was homeschooled. I tried going back to school a couple of times, but they wouldn't let me because my grades were so bad that if I went back to public school, then I wouldn't graduate at all. I wouldn't have any chances of graduating. So I had to stick to homeschooling. Finally, okay, I went to this one school, and it was pretty cool. I went to it for like the rest of high school until like the end of senior year. I went to this school. It was homeschool, but it was like public school at the same time. It doesn't make any sense, but it's just like a normal school. You go there, I'm only there for like a couple of hours, and then I leave and go home. And I finished it, but I was really disappointed in myself because I was supposed to graduate in May of 2021, but I actually ended up graduating in November of 2021. So I was basically a super senior. That was basically supposed to be my first year of college, and I was still stuck in high school. Very disappointed in myself, but I am proud. This was also the peak of COVID, so I am pretty proud of myself for actually pushing myself through it. As much as I didn't want to even complete it, like my mom pushed me through it, and like I pushed myself through it. I thank God every day. That's a lie. I don't thank God every day. I'm just like so proud of myself for pushing myself through it. After everything that I've been through, I was still able to graduate. It was really sick. That was like one of my goals. And then after that, like accomplishments kept coming to me back to back to back. I finished school, then I got my driver's license, and then I got my first car, and then I got my first job, and it was like, bro, I was so happy. This is also my bang phase. It was pretty cool. We don't talk about like the year after that because 2022 was like one of the worst, but we don't talk about that. We're only talking about school, okay? Anyways, yeah, and then I had my ceremony, which was pretty cool. So yeah. Also, by the way, school didn't do anything. As much as I told them like, oh yeah, I'm having really bad mental health, they never did anything about it. I had to go to third party counselors outside of school and like reach out for help in different ways. Tutors weren't free. Nothing made sense in school. Absolutely nothing. My teacher failed me. But anyways, long story short, I still finished that hoe. As far as college, I want to take a course for medical billing. I'm still unsure of what direction I want to go in life. If you want to know more about me in my 20s, make sure to watch my last video. If you made it this far, I thank you so much for watching and listening to me ranting, and I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe. I love you. Bye.